So in my last video, I was talking about your cup, your energy cup, right? Writing a list of activities to do so when your energy feels drained, you do whatever's on your list. Like, you pick one. You don't have to do them all, but you pick one and you feel better doing that activity. It's activities that you do that make you feel better. Like comedians. Some people meditate. Fishing is kind of like a long one, but that's like if you have a day. But if you have a moment, something that you can do is breathing techniques, watching a comedian. I'm sure TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, they have comedians, right? I follow some comedians on YouTube. I haven't scrolled in a while. But you have to take an inventory of what drains your energy and what gives you energy, what activities feel like they give you more life. And what activities deplete you. Like scrolling, like it just feels like it depletes my energy. My algorithm doesn't know me anymore, so if I do try to scroll, it's scrolling through stuff that I don't even care for. So I do it for like a minute and then I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. That's it, guys. TV. I took like a long break from TV and I just now started to get into it again, like the past month or two. Because whenever I'm done doing the shit that needs to be done, that I want to do and whatnot, at night, and I can't sleep, I'll watch some TV, right? So, I haven't been able to watch normal shows because they deplete my energy. I don't laugh. It's not a good time. It's depressing. I don't like it, right? So that's why I took a break from watching TV for the longest time. It just depleted my energy. And if I felt like watching TV, I would scroll through like all of the like subscriptions that my brother has and stuff and see if there was anything that I wanted to watch, right? And most of the time, there's nothing interesting. Like, I can predict what happens. It's not interesting, it's predictable, and there's so much bullshit, and it's just another avenue to condition you some more, right? So I don't like normal TV. I don't like the normal shit, right? Because I'd rather condition myself, right? Program yourself. Watching TV, like, depending on what you watch, because I found like what I actually like to watch now. Excuse me, I was adjusting my ball. Because I don't have an office chair, I have a ball. It's comfortable and it's the only way I can sit down for hours and not go out of my mind, you know, because I like to just move. So you have to be careful about what you watch because that's programming you. That's deepening your conditioning. And hold on before I show you this. It's reinforcing some of your beliefs without, which I hope you would be aware of at this point, right? But I don't like it. And I don't like how everything, a lot of what is being promoted and shown nowadays is just full of sex, right? And not even intimate sex, right? Not even what sex is actually really about. But I'm not gonna really dive deeper into that. This society has a misconstrued concept of sex, right? And it's being promoted everywhere. Like, everywhere you go is a naked woman, and I don't like that shit, right? I think the female body shouldn't be exposed everywhere, all the time. And people wonder why women are turning out to be, you know. But I don't think it's okay for men to do it either, because for a lot of reasons, actually. And for men and women, it is important to control your sexual desires, right? Your animalistic desires. And that's why I don't agree with, and I don't watch the shows and all of that promote and show everything. You know, I love a woman's body, I love a man's body, you know, whatever. But it's sacred. It's not just a naked body. And that's how the society likes to perceive the body. And sex is sacred, but in society, they like to think it's just about an orgasm. But it's not. So, I've had this in my book, right? And let me see if you can see that. Okay, survival, right? And this has like corresponding chakras, but most people live in survival. Most people have sex for an orgasm, for the pleasure of it. And wham bam, thank you ma'am, you know, whatever. Moving on to the next one, that type of shit. It's not sacred anymore. It's not. It's deeper than what a lot of people think. And it doesn't satisfy you, right? It just like depresses you more whenever you're on to the next one, having no fucks given about like any of that. And you get to a point, I haven't experienced this, right? Because I've had to have self-control over me and my actions since a very young age, right? But I've had friends who it just seemed like they couldn't control their urges themselves. Like, you can't control that. And some people just don't even want to. because it feels good and they don't know the repercussions of it, but they eventually find out. Anyways, that keeps people in the survival state. And for you to evolve your energy, your consciousness, you're not going to remain stuck in the survival, the lower states, right? So I feel like that's one thing that society does and is still doing to condition people through the shit that they watch, the sex everywhere, it's okay to look like a prostitute in public. Like, it's okay to look like a prostitute when you're a prostitute and you're working, right? But whenever I was younger, I met a prostitute and she actually didn't look nothing like a prostitute during the day, you know? Yes. So the whole point of that is to be aware of where you're spending your time and energy, because that's the only thing that we really have is time and energy. So if you feel like your energy is depleted, where are you spending your time at? And fucking change it. I went from being extremely successful, money, this and that and the third, had like everything, but it was draining and it was unsatisfying, and I wanted to put a fork in my fucking eye like every day, you know? It wasn't even suicidal, but like just, it wasn't fulfilling. I didn't feel successful even though I had a very good job. And I literally I knocked myself to the ground because I knew that I deserve better, and I would rather fall on my fucking face knowing I can get back up again and go to where I actually want to be than stay stuck at a place. I mean, I wasn't stuck. I was growing, like, position-wise, but it just didn't feel right. So, yeah, I left and was just like, well, I'll figure it the fuck out, you know? I wasn't scared to change. I wasn't scared to take risks, and I'm still not, you know? If you don't change anything, then nothing's gonna change. But anyways, I do bring this up in my book, and I do have it printed out for the ones that wonder. Okay, but you have more control over your life than what you think you do. And when you start weeding out the activities that you don't like, and then you start doing more of what you do like, you'll automatically start being happier and feeling successful and feeling great about your life, because you're doing the shit that you want to do. in all aspects of life. I went into that more on the last video, but I can watch, there's a few animes. Never thought I would be into anime, but it doesn't show like sex scenes, and I like that. I like not being bombarded with sex all the time. I like the cute, you know, romantic shit, or like, you know, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and fighting, you know. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, that anime, that was actually pretty funny. But that's something that I recently learned I enjoyed, right? So, you know what depletes your energy, you know what gives you energy. Do the things that give you energy more, and then try new things, because you never know if you like it or don't like it if you don't try it. As children, we experimented a lot because we were just trying shit out, right? We didn't know if we liked it, we had to try it. Like broccoli. I don't like the texture of broccoli, but I like it if it's chopped up and cooked a certain way. I don't like just the fresh. I don't like that. I don't. Carrots is fine. Collard greens, fine. Spinach, fine. You know, you figure out what you like and what you don't like. And the same thing goes for life. You have experiences, you have to experience it to figure out if you like it, if you don't like it. Whenever I was younger, I tried a whole different area of jobs because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I mean, I knew I wanted to write a book, but I was like, yeah, that doesn't make you money. You know, I just dismissed it because I was logically thinking, and I thought money was more important, right? So, but I learned, because I gave up a very good job, good position, shit like that, for what I'm doing now. So, and I feel way happier. So, a lot of people, this was me, you know, years ago, majority of my life, actually, until like the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years now.
Connect to source.
Why does my phone always do that whenever I'm recording? But anyways, so it's kind of hard for me to read it like that, but okay. Most of my emotions were down here. Anger, pride, very prideful. I was very angry if I felt emotion at all, because I disassociated a lot as a child. Because I was very angry and restrained myself from acting on that anger most of the time. So now I'm at, if something happens that I'm not exactly like fond of, you know, unwanted circumstances, I don't even call it that, it's like, okay, you know, that's the reason, understanding, right? the peace, joy, love, reason. I'm up here. This is like your dominant emotions, your feeling states. I used to have this on my fridge, but I found it in my room and I figured I'd show you. I don't know. You can probably just screenshot it, honestly, if you want to. But I feel like it's a map. It is the map of consciousness, but this is growing. It's the lower chakras, right? And then I feel like these are more the higher, right? Because love would be the heart, peace would be the crown, enlightenment would probably be like the 13th, you know? But yes, once you start figuring out what depletes your energy, what fills up your energy, you move out of the survival, right? You move out of these emotions. You move out of these emotions and you just keep leveling up. You keep leveling up. And then once you're in that state, you feel better about life. And then when something does happen, you just pivot, right? And overcome whatever it is. Definitely go back to my last video, because I talk more about pivoting in that one. Just in case you wanted to read it. But the more you do the stuff that you like, the more you're naturally going to be in the higher states, right? Because you're doing things that you enjoy, that you like. And it could be as simple as your favorite song. It could be as simple as taking a calming breath, whatever breathing technique is best for you. Filling your cup up more and more, your energy. An affirmation that I like to use is, my energy regenerates automatically, because it does. Point blank period. But I do like to, you see, this is the channel breath. Oop. This is the channel breath along the spine, right? Not really along the spine, because the spine's right here, but that's the channel breath. So I swirl it, but you know, down, through, and then back up. Do that a few times. That's like clearing my energy, but that's like intentionally visualizing with the intention to clear my energy. And that's breathing with it as well. And it's helpful. It really is. To me it is. And that's also how, you know, I've been able to perceive more energy, just doing that simple thing. Clearing my energy. And not thinking. Not sending energy out so I have more energy. That helps. And the more you do this, the more you feel like you can do anything. The more you feel better to do things. And the more you do things, the more confidence that you have, right? Like me doing YouTube. I have no idea the technical stuff. of it. You know, I'm figuring this stuff out as I go along. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to talk about. I mean, I know I have experiences and all that stuff. I just didn't think that I would structure it or have like a watch the last one because it goes along with this one type shit. But I also will go live and someone is calling me, but it's irrelevant, so I'm not going to answer it. It is 333, which is my number. My like favorite number is 333. But anyways, learning what satisfies you, what fills your cup up, and doing that. No matter what you have going on in your life, you can have all the excuses you want. That's up to you. You either want to be happy, you want to live a peaceful life, you want to feel fulfilled and satisfied, which everyone does. Right? But that means you have to shut up the ego mind. You have to shut up that part's like, oh, stressing and oh, bills and oh, what about this and that and the third, and just, oh, I can't actually go have fun right now because I have to clean my car. Whatever, that was a random example, but whatever you have going on in your life, you can make time to feel better, you know? Whenever I was working my like job that took up most of my time, right, I would still take 5-10 minutes to myself so I could feel better about me, and not really about like me, but like get my energy back up, because I know whenever I feel good, I address the customers, you know, better. I do my job better. I do everything better whenever I'm feeling great. Everyone does, right? When someone comes up and is trying to, I almost said serve you. I definitely wasn't a server, but I don't have like I would have to write everything, every single thing down, okay? I think I've only been a server like once when I was like before 18. Because I had to take care of myself in high school, but that's besides the point. And I had to write everything down. Run it back to me again, because yes. But whenever you feel great about life, you have the energy, you move differently, you have the fucking energy, you have the confidence, you have it. Like, you're the fucking shit, you know? And you move and you talk to people like that, instead of like, today is fucking depressing, and then you have this depressing energy, and then you're talking to people like that. Like, you are just there. You're just there. So yes. The whole point of this video is to do the shit that you like to do. Fill your cup up. Do the shit you like to do. Your life will automatically get better. And I really want to hit that point home, because I know my last video was about it, but I really wanted to add on to it. Because it's going to get into the point where you can refill your cup automatically. Like, to where nothing in the physical world is bothering you. You have complete control over your energy. You know how to refill that shit up instantly. Nothing can touch you, you know? Nothing can bother you unless you allow it. And even if you start to react, you can be like, oh shit, I need some more energy up in this bitch. So then you can do a technique that you've learned, like a breathing one. Like I like to do the channel breath, or I simply take a deep breath, right? And I pause for myself. But you know what's funny that I just thought about? Whenever I was a kid, right? Because I'm from the South, and out of like respect, I couldn't back talk, right? And I held my tongue a lot and all of that. But anyways, so whenever someone was talking to me and I didn't care to actually be, they were pretty much having a one-sided conversation, you know. I was like a brick wall at that point. I was just not, it's going in one ear out the other type shit, right? But I used to like look at them, and then I would draw like I would draw in my mind, like, you know, shit on their face as a child. That's how I used my imagination. That one example, whenever I was a child, you know, give them like the long beard and like the mustache and the squiggly, you know, or like the little tears. I didn't draw on a picture, I just drew in my imagination, like on their face. It was funny. I found it entertaining, and then I just ended up smiling because it made me laugh, you know. Gotta make yourself laugh, that's important. And I make myself laugh. Like, I will crack up over the funniest shit that I'm in my own world about, and I'm just laughing my ass off because I humor myself. So, and if you watch my videos, I laugh at myself all the time. So, I don't care if I fuck up, I just keep going. It's not really a fuck up. I don't perceive it as one. I mean, we're human, so we're learning, we're experiencing, we're going through it, you know? So we might as well just fucking go through it with a smile on our face. And not a fake one, but actually learn to enjoy the shit. So, if you haven't watched my last one, go watch that. But I really want to hit it home, the point of you can live the life that you want. You can be happy, you can be satisfied. Right? You can, and I believe in you, and I know you can. And I want you to live the life that you want. We're here. We're here. We're already in it. There's so much shit that we could stress about, but we're not going to, because we're actually focused on the things that we do want, having new experiences to see if we do like it, if we don't like it, you know? Laugh more, smile more. It definitely benefits you. So thank you for making it this far, and let me know the activities that you're going to do more of. If it's singing, dancing, cooking, comedians, your favorite song when you have a moment, at work, whatever you do. Affirmations, like make a list. Deep breathing techniques, the Wim Hof breathing method. There's a box breathing method. There's a whole ass book on breathing techniques, which I like to listen to every once in a while, but it just shows you how important breathing is. Breathing is very important. That's why you'll hear me inhale deeply, like it's automatically now. It's okay to take up space. It's okay to be yourself. It's more than okay around here. And anyone else who says it's not okay to be you, they can fuck off, you know? Just saying. Do what you want to do. And if you're hesitant to make the big changes, then do the things that light you up more often, because that will give you more energy to deal with the shit that you don't want to deal with. Like if you hate your job and you don't want to be there, listen to your favorite song, jam out on the way to work, take a break, jam out on your break. That's something that I used to do. So I'm saying as an excuse, as not an excuse, but like as an example. That's what I used to do. I used to leave work just to come home and box, and then because I didn't live far from my job, then I would go back to work, and it definitely helped a lot. Go for a walk, talk to a tree, have a little office plant that you talk to. It don't matter. And you can telepathically do that, okay? You don't have to. If you want to, with the vibrations of your voice, talk to the plant. They do like it. So let me know what yours are. I want you to live a happy life. I want you to have peace. I want you to have clarity. I want you to live your life to the fullest. I want you to be in alignment with everything you desire. I want you to live every single day happy and satisfied and seeing the magical moments. That'll be all. I will see you tomorrow in the morning. Thank you. I do appreciate you being here, so thank you.